Hello, I'm Anna Amelia and I'm from North East Animal Rights. Today I'm talking about being kind to all kind. Over the past few years, there's been a boom in people and organisations and groups telling us to be kind to everyone. Usually after some big event, for example, a couple of years ago when Caroline Flack sadly took her own life, in the next day in the press, all over social media, we were being urged to be kind. But also during the pandemic as well, we were being urged to be kind to each other, to be patient and not to be irritated with things which were going on. And we had, lots of T-shirts and things and mugs and messages all over the place saying, with messages saying, be kind. Some groups are also using it as a strapline. So you have mental health charities using it as well, but animal charities and companies like Viva, they have be kind to all kind, and vegan is the state of kind. Animals Asia use the only cure is kindness and kindness in action. Linda McCartney adverts are now showing hashtag kindness forever. And Asda has hashtag shop kind. Even Body Shop is getting in on the act now with a new fragrance called Kindness and Pays. And the t-shirt I've got on here today is one of Viva's, and it's got is vegan is a state of kind, which I particularly like because it personifies for me actually what veganism is about. But I've also got another selection of t-shirts which I use as well, which is vegan. Vegan is, I'm trying to show you on the screen there. Vegan is to love without boundaries. Not defined by privilege or species. Another one here, which by Angela Tubb, Wear Your Voice, which is practice kindness. It is a wonderful thing to perfect. And another one I got at Vegan Camp Out, please be nice to animals. And then another one, which is do no harm. So it's all kind of like with the same sort of theme in mind there. But why are we being asked to do something which we should all practice anyway? What is missing in our daily life, which makes us consciously have to think about being kind? And why should we aspire to be kind in all aspects of our life? So first of all, what does kindness mean? Now, kindness, the definition, if you look up on Google, or any dictionary, Oxford Dictionary, it's the quality of being friendly, being generous and considerate. It's having concern for others without expecting praise or reward, and being humane and sympathetic. Now, we hear this word humane in the world of animal rights quite a lot because it's usually tagged with humane slaughter. But we'll go back to that later on. Being kind can be seen as a weakness, particularly in male environments. Masculine qualities are seen as a strength, but kindness is rarely mentioned. But being kind when others are being unkind is a strength, as is standing up for others despite opposition. Kindness is never a weakness. I myself have been called too soft, too kind, and I know that on occasions that I have been taken advantage of or feel taken advantage of, but there is really such a thing as being too kind. I get told charity begins at home, but how insular is this aspect when you know there are so many others out there, including animals, which need kindness? Does it take something away from you to be kind to others? Or does it make you feel better as a human being and more likely to continue doing it? How strong do you need to be persistently kind when others are cruel? So kindness is never a weakness. Kindness doesn't have boundaries. You should be kind to yourself, kind to your fellow human, and kind to your fellow non-human as well. People do find it hard to be kind to yourselves. I certainly do. You're self-critical, you're embarrassed about taking time to look after yourselves, but we know it's really, really important. My group recently, we've done a number of different events, mental health care, kind of like looking after ourselves, doing trips to sanctuaries, doing, we had a vegan picnic, and it's all about looking after ourselves, being kind to ourselves, and also building that bond with those other people who are kind to animals as well. But people can find it hard to be persistently kind to others as well. An act of kindness is great. Giving your time to help someone, giving an unexpected gift, but it's pointless if you expect them to have praise or thanks for doing it. And also, if it's just a one-off, it needs to be a persistent act. So where does kindness fit into animal rights? Kindness to animals seems to be much harder for people to grasp, yet they are among the most vulnerable beings on Earth. So why do we find it so hard to be kind to them? The simplest act we can do for animals is to not exploit them, not to eat them, not to exploit them at all, going to visit zoos, going to visit them in circuses, to be vegan and to live a cruelty-free life. Taking the kind of option in a cafe, buying the kind of food choice in the supermarkets or the toiletry products you need, which haven't been tested on animals, and not exploiting them on a daily basis. Kindness to animals isn't about stroking a dog or taking your dog for a walk or stroking a cat. It's about kindness to all species. You can't be kind to one animal species and not be kind to the other. You're not an animal lover if you only like dogs or cats. But we turn away from animals' sufferings at slaughterhouses. On social media, we say we don't want to see them. We close our eyes. We scroll past them. We say each to their own. It's our choice, but we forget about their choices. And we forget about the cruelty involved in our personal choices, our unkind choices. There's a common saying in animal rights saying that if you're not vegan, you are for animal abuse. And it might seem harsh to the non-vegan, but it is actually true. You know, if you are not kind to, if you're not vegan, so you're not, so delivering a kindness on a daily basis, then you are actually perpetuating animal abuse, animal unkindness, and you are knowingly consuming animals and exploiting them when it's absolutely unnecessary and unkind to do so. There's enough information out there for you to make the right choice, for you to make a kind of choice. So do you think you're an unkind person or a kind person? If you are eating animals and exploiting animals, clearly you're making unkind choices. That is a fact. Why are you making unkind choices when you know there are so many choices out there? Are unkind choices easy to make, or are there some choices which are easier for you to make than others? It can be hard being kind, but the more you practice, the easier it becomes. NIA is an educational group, and we deliver our information, our facts, with peace, love and kindness. But believe me, it can be hard when you are standing next to a person in front of you who is adamant that you were wrong and wants to argue with you, whether it's from the religious point of view or whether it's from, we had recently someone arguing with us about pigs being less intelligent than dogs. You know, it's very, very difficult to be kind to that person in front of you who has the angry face and is arguing and is being aggressive. But talking to someone with kindness and giving them the facts and being relentless with your positivity is far more likely to have an impact on that person than shouting at someone that they are wrong. Okay, but you know, our educational approach, the kind of route can take longer, but when they get it, it sticks. And it's a far better approach for our own mental health. If we are angry and shouting at people all the time and getting just distressed and upset because people are not getting our message, it has its impact and our toll on us as well. That is to say, we don't have a conversation, which goes completely wrong. We do get upset or we get angry or we have to walk away. We are human after all. But what we do is take a deep breath. We talk to others in the group. We reflect and we come back stronger to advocate for the animals. People who are kind aren't soft. We aren't weak. We aren't lily-livered. We may be tree huggers. That's fine. That's not an insult. But we have lots of things thrown at us, we try to be kind because it's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do for ourselves, for others, but also for the animals. We are animal rights activists, and it's our daily the right thing for us to do on a daily basis to be kind for animals. Okay, to be kind to animals, to be kind for other people, to be kind to ourselves as well. That's what we are trying to achieve on a daily basis. And actually, the more you do, the easier it becomes. So be kind to all kind. That's what we are trying to advocate on a daily basis. So thank you very much for listening today. And I hope that's inspired you a little bit to look at simple things you can do to make those kinder choices and make it easier for everyone who inhabits this earth, whether it's humans or non-humans. So if you like what we do, please follow us on social media, share our posts, like our posts, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. This is Anna Amelia signing off now. From Northeast Animal Rights, thank you very much for listening, and goodbye for now.